Welcome back to the podcast. This is the Third Stringers podcast. We got a special episode for you today. All NCAA, the whole podcast. We're going to help you fill out your bracket in time for the March Madness tournament starting this Thursday at noon. Here with Justin and Paige. Let's go. We're just going to hop right into it, all right? We're going to pick who we think is going to win the whole thing. We're going to talk about our own brackets a little bit, and then we're going to roll right in and create one right on the podcast here. How you guys doing today?
Doing great.
Good. Excited. It's March.
Madness is in the air.
I got one more day at work. And then I'm watching all basketball for the next 4 days after that.
Did you do that on purpose, Gratz?
Yes, always.
Oh my god.
God.
And by always, I did it last year, and I'm doing it again this year.
It works.
Love that.
Do what you gotta do.
Love that. Yeah.
All right. Do we want to start off with talking about our own brackets? Do we want to talk about potential favorite games? Maybe in the first round?
Let's start off with who we're picking to win. I think that's a good place.
All right. I like it.
Or should we go region by region?
Oh, yeah. I like that.
Okay.
I like that. Build up to a Final Four.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. All right. So, I'll go first. Why not? So, in the South, I have Bama reaching. They are definitely one of the heavy favorites in this tournament, if not the favorite. They have Brandon Miller. They have a ton of good players around him, and they do have a good shot at making it. And they don't have a terribly awful bracket when you look at it, or a terrible awful region. They will play the winner of Maryland and West Virginia. Obviously, they play a 16 seed. I'm sorry for skipping it over if you're an A&M Corpus Christi fan. Or
hey, no.
Eastern Missouri. But yeah, they obviously have a 16 seed, and they play the winner of Maryland, West Virginia. The build-up kind of happens after that. I actually have Charleston making the Sweet 16 and playing Bama. I think they make a Cinderella run as a 12 seed, and then I have them.
That's the one I was looking at too.
Really?
That one took me a while. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I have them playing Creighton after that. And Creighton's a good team. I just don't think they'll be able to compete with Bama's scoring ability. If I'm completely honest, Bama will probably go down in the first half like they have a lot this season and come storming back. But that's why I have getting in from the South. Does anyone have anything different?
Bama. Paige.
Roll Tide.
So I have... let's read it off. So I have Alabama and then Missouri in my Sweet 16.
Oh, interesting.
Ooh.
So Missouri, they've had like ups and downs in the year. I think the highest they've been ranked was like 19 at one point. So they have two really good players in Kobe Brown and Demoy Hodge, and I really think that just their veteran squad, because they have a lot of seniors, will just overpower who is it? Creighton. Because Creighton, I mean, they've won 5 games. They've lost 6 straight. Then they've won 3, and they're just really inconsistent. I mean, in the Big East tournament, Xavier kind of took it to them. I don't know if you guys watched it. And then Missouri beat Tennessee twice this season. One off a buzzer beater, then another in the SEC tournament. So they're just like one of the sleepers of mine in the Sweet 16. But I do have Alabama winning against them to go to Elite 8.
Yeah, I also have...
Do we have a favorite? Go ahead.
I was going to say, I have Alabama against Missouri in the Elite 8, actually. And then Alabama going to the Final Four.
Oh, wait. Yeah, that's what I meant. They're in the Elite
8. I have a sneaky good game to watch out of this section in the first round is actually the Baylor UCSB game. There's been a lot of upsets in the 3 and 14. I believe the last 3 years there's been one, and this is a potential upset alert. Nobody's really expecting UCSB to pull anything off, and the Big 12 was so dominant this year. I don't think it's personally going to happen, but I've heard a lot of good things about UCSB, and I would just keep it on your radar.
And Baylor, like this year, I feel like they're not really like a Baylor team, like a Scott Drew team that like you can rely on.
Right.
And like Keontae's been hurt, Keontae George, but their backcourt is like one of the best backcourts in college basketball. But you never know.
You never know.
And then who did you guys pick between Maryland and West Virginia?
I have West Virginia. I think the Big Ten's a little weak this year. They have a lot of teams, but not a lot of potential in it. Purdue is the number 1 seed, and honestly, I think Purdue is definitely the weakest one seed out of them all. And I actually have them getting upset in the next round, or in the not the next round, but the round after that.
Okay, I also have West Virginia. I just think Big 12. I mean, and Maryland. I think they only have like 4 quad 1 wins or something. Like not very good at all. So I think that'll be a good game to watch for sure.
First game on Thursday.
Yeah, there you go. Cross will be ready to go.
Right out of gate. All right, let's move on to the East. I actually have another SEC team. I have Tennessee coming out. Their defense is spectacular. They did lose. What was his name? Zakai Ziegler.
Yeah.
They did lose him. They don't expect him to be back. I think he's a big loss, but their team has stepped up and has improved around him, or in spite of him, and their defense is elite. It's going into March. There's a lot can be said about the high-scoring teams, just from historical standards. They don't necessarily do great in the tournament unless they have a good defense around them. And Tennessee brings a good defense, not spectacular on the offensive side of the ball, but I think they make it far. I think they obviously, let's see who they got. Louisiana first game. We'll see there. A lot of people have them as a potential upset. I think it'll be a close game. Tennessee will pull it off. I actually have them playing Oral Roberts next.
Okay, I was just gonna ask you about that.
I think they do. I think they do pull off the upset against Duke. Duke's just a young freshman built team and without a lot of experience. They have been coming on as of late. Winning the ACC tournament really helps, but I just don't think they bring a lot of experience here. And then after that, I had them playing Purdue and upsetting Purdue.
Wow. Okay.
Zach Edey is a great player. He's going to be the dominating force in their first 2 games, but I think Tennessee finds a way to keep him off the boards. And then I have them beating Kansas State as well.
Whoa. Oral Roberts to what, the Elite Eight? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Oh.
Just around a 32. Just around 32.
Wow. For my
anybody have anything different?
Right now, I have Kansas State coming out.
Okay, I like that. I like Kansas State.
Yeah, I think they're a good team. They just turn the ball over too much, and although there's more pressure, I think if they perform well under the pressure, they're going to come out swinging. And I think they have a lot of upside. Like you said, Purdue's the weakest number 1 seed. I agree with that. And I can't see... I think Duke's going to go far. And maybe it'll be a Duke and Kansas State battle it out. But that's where I'm at right now, Kansas State.
I like Kansas State. Keontae Johnson, the transfer from Florida, he's been a great story this year. And... again, another Big 12 dominating force.
So I actually have Duke.
Ooh.
So I've watched a lot of Duke over the past year, especially comparing them now from the beginning of the season to now. I mean, it's night and day. You got Drake Whitehead finally coming into his own. He was a top 10 player in the class of 2022. If you get him going, he's been averaging, I think, 14 points per game, in the ACC tournament. That's huge. And you got Kyle Filipowski, 7-footer that can dribble, shoot, do everything. He had like 20 points, 13 rebounds in the ACC tournament championship against Virginia, which is one of the top defensive teams in the country. But also, they might get upset by Furman in the South.
Oh my God. No.
Furman's like a top what does it say? So according to Ken Pom, they're top 20 in offense and defense. So, but also like Virginia ACC, that's a huge jump in competition.
Yes.
Obviously. But that's another sleeper, Kratz. I know you like the sleepers.
I do. I do. I do.
But I love the Kansas State pick. I really do like watching them. One game that does worry me in the East is Kentucky and Providence. I did pick Kentucky to win, but Providence, they actually have Bryce Hopkins, which is like their best player. He actually transferred from Kentucky. So a lot of people are kind of hoping, he gets revenge on Coach Cal because he didn't play like at all. And he's like average.
Storyline.
Yeah, so he's average. Gotta love the storylines, the script,
Yes.
But he's averaging like 15 points, and like Kentucky just runs like a super old, motion offense like I ran in high school. Like it doesn't work, just constant dribbling. But so I have Purdue facing FAU. Did you guys have FAU advancing at all?
I had Memphis, so we're gonna have some fun making our brackets here.
Yeah. And then I have Marquette and Kansas State, but I have Marquette winning. And then Purdue and Duke, and then Duke and Marquette, and then obviously Duke going to the Final Four.
I also had
all right. I like it.
I had FAU losing to Purdue in the second round, but yeah.
Okay.
So in terms of, so far what I'm hearing is we don't have a lot after the round of 32 that's much different. Just from kind of the outside looking in, but
I agree with that.
It's those first games that we're all off.
Which
I also forgot to mention Michigan State and USC. How could I forget?
Oh my God.
Sparta versus the Trojans.
So I have Michigan State obviously winning, even though that game is really scary to me. USC is a good team, and they have a lot of length. They have Drew Peterson, 6'11". He actually doesn't play the 5 like Madi does at State, but he can play 1 through 5, which is kind of scary. And he's a really great defender. I don't really want him guarding AJ Hoggard and Tyson Walker, especially Tyson, because he's only 6 foot. I don't really know if he'll be able to go around him and stuff. And also, we're just really inconsistent. And USC has won like the last 6 of 8 games, so we'll see.
Hey, at least Michigan State made the tournament.
Exactly.
For those of you who can't see my shirt, I'm sporting a Michigan shirt today, and I didn't really pick out my wardrobe too well today.
That's
so
right. Always running amazing blue.
All right.
Yeah, for Michigan State, like you said, they're very inconsistent, but it's like the live by a 3, die by a 3 sort of thing for them. So if they're hitting it, they can maybe make it out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, make a little run, but who knows?
It's going to be tough.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough.
All right, let's move on to the Midwest. Someone else go first this time.
Paige.
Okay, I'll go first. So I'll just run through like my picks that I have, and then we can just talk about whatever ones you guys want to talk about. So the first game, Houston and Northern Kentucky, I have Houston. Iowa and Auburn, another 9-8 matchup. I have Auburn.
Love that.
Miami and Drake. I have Miami. Drake's a good team though. And then the next game, Indiana, Kent State, 4-13 matchup. I have Indiana. Not another upset, Kratz.
Ah, man.
And then the next game, I have Iowa State. I think Mississippi State will probably beat Pitt today. But it doesn't really matter because I think they'll lose against Iowa State anyway. And then Xavier, Kennesaw State, I have Xavier. And then Penn State will upset Texas A&M. And then I have Texas beating Colgate.
Okay. I had most of the same things. I had Iowa State actually losing, though, to Mississippi State. I'm assuming he's going to
Wow.
but then they're going to lose next round. And then I also had Texas A&M playing Texas, and I think that's going to be a great matchup, and it'll be fun to watch. But I don't know who. I mean, I have Texas A&M winning, but I could see Texas winning too. I just kind of did that just for the fun of it.
Nice.
Texas A&M really slows the ball down.
Yeah.
They can completely control a game if Penn State lets them. Just in terms of dictating how fast they play.
Have you seen Jalen Pickett?
I have seen Jalen Pickett.
He plays like Luka. just buddy ball. No, seriously, it's like, and the dude's not like, he's built for sure, but he's not like tall or anything or like super athletic. He just like controls the game.
You can definitely see the resemblance in between Luka and him. But yeah, you're right. He's a smaller version.
Yeah, and he just does whatever he wants. But like, I don't really know where he'll get like extra firepower from for Penn State. But that'll be a good game for sure. Yeah.
All right. So I have Texas coming out of that. Again, another powerhouse out of the Big 12. I think the Big 12 is going to steamroll everybody. To be honest with you, their teams are just better this year. But I actually had them playing Miami in the Elite Eight.
Whoa.
So I have Miami going to the Final Four.
Whoa. Maybe I need to pay Drake upsetting Miami first round.
No, and Justin, that could happen because Norchad Omier, one of Miami's good players, a leading scorer. He's averaging like 14 points per game, 10 rebounds. And he's super efficient from the field, like 60%. He rolled his ankle against Duke in the semifinals of the ACC tournament. And no one knows if he's going to play or not in that game. So that's really scary. Gotcha. So I'm like always looking to see if that's a thing. Because like I will go back and change it. Because I think Drake could obviously upset them. But they could also make a run.
I just saw that the average age of the Drake team is over 23. I was like, that's got to be some sort of factor. That's got to be
right, 100%.
So they have Tucker DeVries, Justin. Okay. He's one of the best shooters in college basketball, but he's also not athletic at all. So a lot of people are kind of worried of him going against Miami because they are super athletic, like with Isaiah Wong, Jordan Miller, Nigel Pack. So that's like a super good test for him because he does have a lot of NBA scouts going to that game. And like have been watching him. So
gotcha.
See, that's what's crazy is none of these teams have played any Power 5 teams. And they have no experience. So you have no idea going into the tournament. And I think that's what's so much fun about this is you really see how team chemistry affects the games, how inexperience at these tournaments affects the games. But I mean, Drake's been here before. Didn't they come in last year?
I don't remember.
Or was that the year prior?
Who, Drake?
Yeah.
Drake.
It's been stuck in my head this entire time.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm going to look it up.
Yeah, do we want to move on to the West?
Sure.
Actually, did I say who else
Wait,
I have?
yeah, you didn't say. You didn't say.
I have Houston coming out of the West. I think besides Alabama, they're the best team. They're the best looking team, in my opinion. So I just went with another 1 seed. I took the safe route. But hey, it is what it is.
I like it.
Going to the West, I can start this time. Let me actually
go ahead.
The actual bracket instead of the one on the screen. Who I have coming out is UCLA.
Okay.
Which I was really torn between UCLA or TCU. I've really liked TCU this year, and I don't know why. But I have UCLA coming out. And
Mike Miles.
And I think they'll have the only worry I have is TCU for them. I think they'll beat Gonzaga if they play them. But I think TCU will beat Gonzaga, and then it's kind of up in the air for those two. So, yeah, that's my pick right now.
You have them beating Kansas?
Let me check. I keep looking at that one like it's, like it's there, but it's not.
Yeah, yeah.
I have them I have Kansas. Yeah, I have them being Kansas.
I think like the West is pretty tough. You have Kansas, Arkansas. When they're hot, they're very good, and they're very, very tall and lanky. UConn in there. I mean, UConn. They were like the number one team in the nation at one point, and like yeah, they mellowed out, but they're also tough. TCU, Gonzaga, UCLA, Kansas. Like I think the West is the toughest.
I agree.
But I have. Wait, let me see. I have Kansas coming out. Just because UCLA, they lost Jalen Clark, their best defender. He was like in the running for Defensive Player of the Year. Adem Bona, their freshman big, might not play in the first game as of now, so he's like kind of questionable, which kind of scares me because they don't really have anyone else down low and athletic. And then I have UConn going to the Sweet 16 with Gonzaga.
Okay, I have UConn going pretty far too. I have them actually playing UCLA and them coming out of the South.
Whoa.
Okay, I like that.
I actually have Kansas getting upset by Arkansas.
Wow. Okay.
Oh man, Bill Self has finally gotten the organization where he wants them. He was always on that cusp of a championship for so long, and then he finally pulled it off. And I think coming into this year, everyone expected them to take a step back, and they didn't. But I don't know. It just feels different with this team, and I think that they're going to get upset. It might not be by Arkansas. I keep going back and forth on that game. Mm-hmm. But I don't think they come out of the South at all. I think, if anything, they're going to play UConn and get upset by UConn. This UConn's team is very good this year.
I could see it because UConn also plays super fast.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jordan Hawkins, also a really, really good shooter. Kansas has Grady Dick, and Grady Dick, he can't come off screens and like move off ball like Jordan Hawkins does. And I think like Grady Dick can just like, because they're going to guard each other probably.
Yeah.
I just think he can't keep up with Jordan, and Jordan will probably go off that game too. So maybe I'll rethink that pick, Kratz.
Do you think Grady Dick will go to the NBA?
Yeah. He'll for sure go, but like a lot of people, because he's had like this most recent stretch like leading up to March Madness, he hasn't really played the best. He's been inconsistent.
That's why I thought that he might come back again this year, just to see. But obviously, I don't cover the NBA or NBA prospects as much.
Yeah, but like, no, people have like questioned it because the only thing is like he is 6'8". He's shown like flashes that he can do more than just shoot the ball. His defense does kind of need work, and like he's pretty slow in that area, but he'll definitely declare because like right now, because we just dropped like our latest big board, so like it's just like our top 60. He's like going number 13 right now, so he's a lottery pick.
Okay.
Because he is pretty young, but like as you said, I think them against UConn will be a very telling game for him for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right, do we want to go into our Final Four games?
Yeah, sure.
Can't do that, don't we?
All right. This is where I have Bama getting upset. I have Tennessee beating them. It was a fantastic game when they played, and I think they finally pull off the upset. And I think Bama's hopes and dreams are shot.
Wow. Okay. I have Bama beating Kansas State.
Oh, I thought
No explanation.
That's okay. So I have Alabama and Duke. I have Bama beating Duke to go to the championship.
Okay.
All right. And on the other side, I have Texas playing UConn, and I think Texas pulls this game off. I think they beat UConn.
So UConn's in your national championship game?
No, Texas beat UConn.
So you said, oh, okay. Why, Kratz? Why? Who's the determining factor for Texas?
Oh man, Marcus Carr.
Okay.
Yeah. He's got the experience, and I think he'll have a spectacular game against UConn.
Wouldn't that be a story? Chris Beard goes away. Rodney
That
Terry
would be, I
lead-
completely forgot about that storyline. It's all about the storyline, and
It's the script. It's the script. And then yesterday, Chris Beard actually just got hired to be Ole Miss's
Ole Miss,
head
right?
coach.
Yep.
Oh wow, I didn't hear that. Nice.
I think, yeah. I just think that Texas wanted to, pull out of that, madness early, and then, Ole Miss needed a coach. So
Yeah, true. True.
All right, Paige.
Shoot, who did I have? Oh yeah, Miami and Kansas.
Okay.
I have Kansas beating Miami, but I feel like it's super close, like even an overtime game. Now I'm rethinking this. but for now, I have Alabama and Kansas in the championship. I have Alabama winning it all, 80-75.
Whoa, nice. So for the other side, I have Houston against UCLA, and I have Houston beating UCLA and going to the championship against Alabama, and Alabama winning 75-70. I just picked random numbers.
That's what I usually do.
That's what I typically do too. I put a little bit of thought into it, but I'm like, it's
somewhere
for the for the prize pot, it doesn't really matter. If you have a perfect bracket, the score isn't going to do anything about it.
Exactly.
I have Texas and Tennessee playing in the championship, and I have Texas winning it.
Go big.
Okay.
65-60 because of Tennessee's defense.
Nice.
Same with Texas though, so might even be lower than that.
Could be. The over/under is going to be like 120.
Nice. Yeah. Okay, so that leads me to this quick question, and I'm going to plug it while we're here. We have a third stringers tournament going on the ESPN Tournament Challenge. I'll give the details for that in a second. But, Kratz, have you joined that yet? Because there's someone else in there that we don't know who also has Texas winning. Is that you?
I've not joined yet.
Oh, okay. So we have another Texas fan in the group.
There you go.
Look at that.
Love it. Wonder if they saw our TikTok.
Texas bandwagon.
Exactly. We'll put the details to the group up at the end. I'll throw it up on the screen. $100 winner payout and nothing for second place because if you ain't first, you're last. So that's where we're at with that.
Facts.
The only thing you need to be doing is following us on the podcast or following our TikTok account.
Exactly. So we're all pretty much got the same Elite Eight Final Four, and then it kind of died.
Pretty close, yeah.
Do we?
Close.
We're close. We have most. I would say we have most. Let's do this. Let's go through the bracket and let's make one real fast.
Okay.
Love that. Love that transition.
Exactly. All right. I will start reading games out. We're going to start back in the South again. Alabama against 16 seed, whoever that may be.
Hold on. So, are we doing a 2 out of 3 because we have 3 people?
Sure, we'll do 2 out of 3.
Okay.
All right, makes it easy.
All right. Alabama against whoever 16 seed turns out to be.
Bama.
Bama.
I don't know. Alabama.
All right, Maryland or West Virginia.
I think all of us had West Virginia, right?
Yep.
I believe so. Yeah. All right, West Virginia.
Cool.
It is. San Diego State or Charleston.
Huge Charleston guy.
Whoa.
I have San Diego State, but maybe for the viewers, we should just do Charleston.
let's do a little stat dive in right here. Opponents point per game. San Diego State is 63, almost 64, and Charleston 67. Versus top 25, they've both lost. San Diego's lost 2, Charleston lost 1. We'll go to points per game. Charleston has 80, almost 81, and San Diego State has 72. With that, I'm taking Charleston. Just a quick.
Love that.
I'll do the same then. I'll do the same.
All right. Going Charleston. All right. Virginia and Furman.
I have Virginia. I bet Paige does not.
I have Furman.
Yeah.
I think
that's my upset.
You, Justin.
I think I have
that's
Virginia,
my upset.
but I want to go Furman.
All right, let's do it.
Furman.
There you go.
All right, Creighton and NC State.
Creighton.
I have Creighton
All
too.
right, Creighton it is.
Yeah.
Baylor and UCSB.
Baylor.
I have Baylor
I also had Baylor.
for the first game. Close game though.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. Missouri.
It'll be a
and
scary
Utah
game.
State.
I have
think
Utah State.
We didn't talk about this game, but this is also a possible upset. Like a lot of people are choosing Utah State just because of like their coach.
Interesting.
And like they're like a super fast offense, and like Missouri, like their inconsistencies. A lot of people think they can't keep up with Utah State.
Utah
I like
State is
Missouri,
actually
so.
Utah State is actually favored on FanDuel right now.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, we're going
Oh,
Utah
geez.
State. All right, Arizona and Princeton. I'm saying Arizona.
Yeah, that's Arizona.
All right.
Yeah, I have Arizona.
Let's stick in the South and we'll just roll right through it. Alabama, roll tide. Alabama or West Virginia?
Alabama.
Alabama.
Bama. Charleston or Furman, 12 or 13.
I have Charleston.
Let's
I had
do that
Charleston before.
then.
All right, we're doing Charleston. Creighton or Baylor?
Creighton.
I have Creighton as well.
I'll pick Creighton too. Utah State or Arizona?
Arizona. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think Arizona is as good as the other two seeds, though. I think UCLA is significantly better. I think Texas is significantly better. And I think Marquette's better as well.
Yeah, because UCLA, I mean, they didn't play with Dembona or Jalen Clark in the Pac-12 championship game, Justin and Noah, and they almost beat Arizona. So, I don't know.
All right.
We'll see. But I think they're a week 2 seed and potential upset there.
Yeah. Okay, Alabama or Charleston? Please say Alabama.
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 All right, Creighton or Arizona?
Creighton.
Oh, okay. I say Arizona.
Justin?
Tiebreaker, Justin.
Okay, so here's my thing. Arizona's a better offensive team. Creighton's a better defensive team. Does defense win championships? Going Arizona.
I feel like in college basketball, yeah, but NBA offense.
True. I'm going with Arizona. I think.
All right.
I think
that's fine. That's fine.
I think until you get to the championship game, you just need to score points. All right, and then we'll just leave it at that for the. I don't know. We'll pick it right now. Alabama, Arizona.
One more. Yeah.
Alabama.
All right. Perfect. Going to the East, Purdue or the 16th seed?
Purdue. Boiler up.
Memphis or FAU?
FAU.
I have Memphis. Justin, tiebreaker.
I like Memphis as well.
Duke
or Oral Roberts?
Oral Roberts.
Duke.
I'm picking Duke. I'm sorry. I think it'd be fun to see Oral Roberts go that far, but I think the talent level at Duke is gonna.
See, that's fair.
It'll be close though.
It'll be fun.
So.
Tennessee or Louisiana?
Tennessee.
Yep. Kentucky or Providence?
Kentucky.
Kentucky.
That game scares me.
Kansas State.
Kentucky's just. I feel like Kentucky's just never done well in the tournament. It's because they always have freshmen. They're a freshman-built team.
I don't think Big Blue Nation can allow another first-round exit.
Oh no, they can't.
Reading a quick little team summary, it says Kentucky's one of the tournament's best at out-rebounding opponents.
Oscar Tshiebwe.
Besides scoring, rebounds wins games. Okay. Kansas State or Montana State?
Kansas State.
Michigan State or USC?
MSU.
I have USC.
I have USC as well, but I like the storyline. I'm going State.
Yes.
Marquette or Vermont?
Marquette.
All right. I've been waiting to do this all day. I have Marquette winning. If there's any 2 seed in this round that gets upset, it's going to be this one. Vermont was fantastic last year. There were so many expectations coming into this year. They haven't done bad. I think they only had 3 losses.
They won the Big East.
No, 10 losses. 10 losses. 10 losses. I don't know. I just feel it. It's just a feeling that I've got that Vermont's got to pull this one off.
But they beat UConn, which you have going in the
I
Elite
know, but
and
it just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right.
Okay.
I will back the Vermont play because it's fun. All right, Purdue or Memphis?
Fair enough.
Sorry, wasn't ready. What'd you say?
Purdue or Memphis? No worries.
I have Purdue.
Purdue.
Yep. Duke or Tennessee?
I have Duke.
I have Tennessee.
I'm going Tennessee. I think that's the end of Duke's run. Talent can only take them so far. Kentucky or Kansas State?
Kansas State.
Kansas State.
Same.
Big 12.
Michigan State or Vermont?
Michigan State, even though
Cross what you
Michigan State. Michigan State.
Damn, I was gonna go Vermont if you said it, but okay.
it's like I would hope if we did beat USC, we could at least beat Vermont.
That's fair. Purdue or Tennessee?
God.
Tennessee.
I'm gonna go Tennessee too.
All right, Kansas State or Michigan State?
Kansas
State.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Tennessee or Kansas State?
In my personal bracket, I have Tennessee, but Kansas State's a good team. This one's been on the fence this entire time. I have this matchup exactly, and I don't know. I just have Tennessee, but I could definitely be swayed to move to Kansas State.
I have Kansas State.
Okay.
Yeah, I have Kansas State too. Yeah.
Okay, let's do it then.
Going Kansas State.
Yeah.
All right, we have.
I still feel good about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Midwest. Houston or North Kentucky? Northern Kentucky? North? I don't know.
Houston, same thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Houston.
matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
They're gone. Iowa
Yeah.
or Auburn?
Auburn.
Miami or Drake?
Miami.
Drake. I like Drake, but we'll go Miami. Indiana or Kent State?
Indiana.
Kent State.
Oh God.
Going into the stats. Okay. Indiana.
Mac action.
Indiana
Mac action.
has led up 68.5. Kent State 65.5-ish. Kent State has scored 70, almost 77. And
Indiana has Trace Jackson Davis and
True.
Jalen Hutchifino.
That's true. I'll
True.
go Indiana.
That's fair. Keep an eye on that one, though.
Yes. That'll be
Fair enough.
I kind of want to switch it, but we're going to keep it. Okay. Iowa
No,
State.
you can leave it. You can leave it.
Iowa State or whoever makes it in the 11th seed.
Iowa State.
I have whoever wins the Mississippi State Pitt
I
game.
agree. They'll be coming in hot, and they have the momentum.
Iowa State is not coming in hot.
I have them at least winning that game, but I mean they're not good this year, so I think that one could for sure go either way.
Yeah.
We're gonna have whoever the 11th is go on, and then Xavier and Kennesaw State. Kennesaw. I don't know.
Has anyone seen anything on Kennesaw State?
I
No.
know nothing about them.
Absolutely not. I haven't seen anything.
No.
I don't even know where it is.
They've won 16 of 18 games entering tournament play. Terrell Burden is enjoying a career season across the board. The team focused plenty on turnovers and gets to the line as well as anyone.
Oh.
Watch this be the 14-3 seed. It's because I said that. It's because I was
Making free throws is a major problem, and the roster is among the shortest in D1.
Yeah, so
nope.
Xavier, they have Nunji, 7-footer, Colby Jones, 6'6". Like they have a lot of length on that team too. So
All right,
Yeah.
Xavier.
Yeah, they don't have a prayer on the board.
Texas A&M or Penn State?
Penn State, Jalen Pickett. Let's ride.
My apologies. Technical difficulties.
You're good. Texas A&M or Penn State?
So I have Texas A&M because they slow the ball down. I don't know what Paige said.
I have Texas A&M as well. Paige said Penn State.
Okay.
So we're going Texas A&M. So
I can see it.
I'm writing all these down.
All right, Texas or Colgate?
Texas.
I also agree, but part of me thinks Colgate's going to pull it off. I could see.
Didn't Colgate?
They
I don't
made
know
it
what
last
year.
No, 2 years ago.
But didn't they make a run?
They I think they won their first game.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
All
jeez.
right.
I think they were a 14 seed at that time, though. I don't think it was a 15.
Okay.
Why do I feel like they beat Michigan State?
No, that was Middle Tennessee. That was Middle Tennessee.
Right.
I remember that. That was literally the worst. It was like our junior year.
Yeah.
I just remember
Paige.
Nick like showing me it, and I was like,
Of course.
Paige, when I tell you, I almost bought a Middle Tennessee State shirt.
of course you did. I was like watching it in like Mr. Northrup's class, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me.
All right, we're going to Houston or Auburn.
I have Auburn.
Wow. I have Houston.
I have Houston as well.
That's fine.
Right.
That's fine.
Miami or Indiana?
Miami.
I have Miami
Pages.
too.
Oh, okay.
I was like, she's really.
That she's double thinking it.
All right, the 11th seed against Xavier.
Xavier.
I agree. Texas A&M against Texas. The Battle of Texas.
Texas.
Where's that game played? It's not Columbus still, is it? Oh, wait, that's not Columbus.
It's
I don't know where that game is played.
I think it's still around a 32, so Des Moines.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, if it's near Texas, you never know.
It's true.
It's gonna get rowdy if it's in Texas.
So you both are picking Texas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Houston or Miami?
Miami.
I had Miami too.
I had Houston, but we'll go with it. Xavier or Texas?
Texas.
Texas. All right. Going down to the West. We have Kansas or Howard.
Wait. You missed one.
Did I miss one?
You?
We
Oh my
did.
god, yes I did. My bad. Miami or Texas? My bad.
I have Texas.
I have Miami.
Ooh, Justin.
Okay, going into the stats. Texas has led up 68, 67.5. Miami 72. Texas scores 77.9, and Miami 79.4. Offense or defense?
Can we bloodbath?
Offense is gonna win. Going Miami. All right.
I see again another one that I'm on the fence about. Even though I have Texas winning the whole thing, I just think that Miami's. I loved their team last year, and they really didn't do that much to change their team this year, and they've been playing very well. So I like Miami too. Yeah,
but that's the game. Like I'll probably stay awake at night.
Yeah.
All right, going down to the West, Kansas or Howard?
Kansas.
Wait, did you not do UConn?
What? They're down a little bit. They're down.
Wait, I think we missed the whole.
That's the West. That's the West that we're doing right now.
Oh God. Yeah. Okay.
I'm like, wait. What
Kansas. Sorry, I was like looking ahead.
Yeah,
Got too excited.
I think Howard might be the one. You know. We'll see.
Wow.
Maybe.
Arkansas and Illinois.
Arkansas.
I agree.
That'll be a really good game.
I hope so. I feel like they might pull away with it at the end, but we'll see. St. Mary's or VCU?
I have VCU.
I have VCU.
Yeah, I think VCU will pull it off. You got to have a couple 12 over 5.
Yeah, right.
I don't think we have any yet. So
and I don't know. I've never been a fan of St. Mary's Gonzaga. Like their division, they're playing each other, so like they push each other up into the top 25 a lot.
That's true.
But they historically have not done well in the tournament.
So
even for Gonzaga. Oh, okay.
So 12 and 5 seed since 2011. They are 53 and 95. So about 36% win rate, which is pretty good.
For the
it is.
What do you think about it?
The 12 seed.
For the 12 seed.
Yeah.
For the 12 seed to win. So
that's not bad. Let's see what happens. Going down to UConn or Iona?
UConn.
I already clicked it. TCU or the 11th seed of whoever comes out of that.
TCU.
TCU.
Gonzaga or Grand Canyon?
Gonzaga for now.
Northwestern or Boise State?
Northwestern. Boise hasn't won an NCAA tournament game ever, though.
This is their year. Going for the storyline, I'm saying Boise.
I'm not, because I picked them last year and they lost.
I'll go Northwestern here.
Oh, okay.
We need some Big Ten representation.
That's right. UCLA or UNC Asheville?
UCLA.
UCLA.
I agree. Okay, moving up back to Kansas or Arkansas?
I have Arkansas here.
I have Kansas. The regular Kansas. The OG.
Regular one, not the Arkan. Okay, their stats are pretty similar. Man. So
Kansas has experience, though.
They have experience, but there's never been a team win back-to-back, right?
There's been two.
There's been two?
Florida did it, but again, they brought everybody back. And then
I think they're the only one. Or did UCLA?
I think UCLA did it.
Oh, way back in the day.
Yeah,
I know there's been two. Yeah, exactly. I know there's been two, but everyone was saying that Kansas isn't going to do it this year because those two teams brought 4 of their 5 starters back. So,
all right, I'm going to say Kansas for now, but I'm not picking them to win. Okay, VCU or UConn?
UConn.
I agree. TCU or Gonzaga?
Gonzaga.
I also have Gonzaga.
Damn, I was going for the Horned Frogs. Okay. Northwestern or UCLA?
UCLA.
Same.
Okay. Kansas or UConn?
Kansas.
I have UConn.
UConn. Gonzaga or UCLA?
UCLA.
And then UConn or UCLA?
I have UConn.
I'll do UConn.
All right, we're going UConn.
UConn, do it.
Oh my god. All right, Final Four. Here we go. So, playing out of Houston, Texas, April 1st. Alabama or Kansas State?
Bama. Roll Tide.
Between that matchup, I'll pick Bama.
I agree with that. All right, Alabama, and then out of also Houston, Texas, April 1st, Miami or UConn?
I'm going to go Miami.
I will also go Miami.
Damn.
I think, but whoever comes out of that Midwest bracket is going to be the one who wins that matchup, though.
I think UConn is going to do the unthinkable, but we'll go with Miami.
They have potential. I mean, they're like 20-1 at one point.
Yeah, they started the season unranked.
Yeah, and then they went all the way up to number 1.
Yeah.
Where's North Carolina?
They flipped spots with North Carolina.
All right, let's go to the national champion, Alabama or Miami.
I have to do Alabama here.
Oh, you know what? I'll do Miami here.
Justin's tiebreaker.
Let's do it, Justin.
I can't lead our viewers astray. I have to pick Alabama. I don't think Miami's going to beat Alabama. I don't think they'll do it.
Wait, let's hear your reasoning, Kotz.
I just think there's been so many times this year that Bama has gone down big early, and they have found a way to fight back. I don't know. They did it against Texas A&M as well. They did it against Tennessee. I'm pretty sure they were down 17. It's not a recipe for a championship team.
And they also got blown out at Oklahoma in January. They lost 93-69.
Yikes.
And Oklahoma's not even in the tournament.
That's a rough night for sure.
Then they also lost to UConn, Kratz, by almost 20 back at the Phil Knight Invitational. 82-67.
I don't know. It's just, I don't feel right that Bama's going to win this. That's my reasoning.
I think between Alabama and Miami, they would win. But maybe if UConn was there, I would be more convinced to sway. But I just
Yeah.
I like
That's fair.
I like the storyline.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Also, of the last 43 tournaments, 26 of them have been number one seeds.
All right,
That won.
Over half. That's not bad at all.
Which is crazy, though, right?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you have all these teams, and the one seed has won over 50% of the time.
Yeah, that is insane. I mean, they're number one for a
Oh,
reason.
I mean, yeah, exactly. And a lot of people, like to throw shade on the committee for, feeding and everything. But, I mean, when you're getting over 50% as your top four, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah. Interesting.
All right, I'm going to throw up the details of our tournament challenge. And other than that, any other topics?
I don't think so.
All right.
Let's go Vermont.
Oh, jeez.
Vermont. Okay, let me get that graphic up here. I know it's somewhere.
Cross, I just should have taken off work. Maybe I will.
It's a great idea, and I will continue. It's a great idea, and I will continuously do this for the foreseeable future.
Taking off.
Take it out the Thursday and Friday.
Oh my goodness.
Honestly, I have the vacation time.
Yeah, and everyone that's working is obviously watching. I mean, if you're not, what are you doing?
Right.
That's why
I mean, I did
want to take it off.
I mean, I did it in class, like sophomore year in history class. So
yeah, I never did anything either.
If I can work while watching basketball, I'll pick that at the moment.
Fair enough. Yeah.
All right. There's our bracket. There's all of our information on it. See you guys next week. We'll talk about everybody that gets into the Sweet 16, and we'll redo our bracket then.
Yes,
yeah,
that's true. We'll go through another round of it. All right, and our tournament challenge is open. The group's open. The group name is Third Stringers. Password is podcast, and you get $100 if you win. So if you get a perfect bracket, I will up it to 200.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, they'll get $1 million. They'll get $1,200,000.
Exactly.
They might be getting ESPN themselves by then. Free promo for us.
All right. See you guys next week.
See ya.
See ya.